There's a lot of questions you may ask yourself when watching Dominion Tank Police. Like, why are these cops playing Russian roulette golf with this suspect to get him to expose his accomplice? Or why these strange girls are randomly dancing to house music before shooting up the police? Although we never got a concrete, logical answer, we do know it's all entertaining as fuck. Dominion Tank Police is a 4-episode OVA from '88 with a source manga that only has one volume just called Dominion. There was also a second OVA which we'll be covering later called New Dominion Tank Police, and another 30-minute OVA from 2006 which we may or may not discuss. We'll see, but it's called Tank Police S.W.A.T. 01.01. You might recognize the creator Masamune Shirows' other work such as Appleseed, Black Magic M66, and most notably, Ghost in the Shell. It's funny I never put this together earlier, as Appleseed and Black Magic are pretty obvious to come from the same design as this. So the original Dominion Tank Police OVA is one Easter egg or poster boy for 80s animation in Japan. In some ways, the 80s as a whole. The story is pretty simple, following a bunch of cops in a made-up city in Japan called Newport that uses tanks as their main source of function, combining vehicle and weapon. In this world, there's a bacteria that's emerged into the air, forcing everyone to have to wear masks as a way of life. There's not much going on here besides this team just going around fighting crime while destroying the city at the same time. Ultimately, they're just supposed to take down bad guys. That's really their objective. If you try and follow Dominion Tank Police for its story, you'll probably become restless from it and will be left disappointed because it's not really the most deep thing in the world. You will be and will be better off watching this anime for its technical attributes, mainly being its art, animation, character designs. The design of the city of Newport is one that is very unique. And having seen all of Masamune's major works, I gotta say I resonated with this style the most, even more than Ghost in the Shell. Of course, it's a cyberpunk futuristic style world, but it's not too far off in the clouds, so keeps elements of the real 80s world in there. It's also the random moments that make you ask questions, which I mentioned earlier. This is what will appeal to you, like the side character girl with the 80s rock star puffy hair that just move around dancing, doing random things. Some of the artistic work that randomly comes on screen suggests a deliberate attention to detail for the purpose of being recognized by the viewer. When you watch this and get an understanding of the cast, it's possible you may grow attached to certain characters, but to me there wasn't much to them to gravitate to. Liana Ozaki, who's the newest addition to the team, carries that positive feminine charm to the crew, and she represents the calm element to the cast as all the guys are more obnoxious and out there with their energy. It takes a while for all the explosions and dopamine spiking oriented elements to really showcase themselves. I didn't see much of it until the second episode. The trade-off was that there were other images in the second episode I didn't care to see. Anyway, Dominion Tank Police shares a similar setup to something like Pat Labor, where all the guns, explosions, mecha, tanks, and all of that are peacocks to lure you into the character interactions and slice of life. So that's it. Now the second OVA, New Dominion Tank Police, came out in the 90s, is assumed to be a direct sequel story to where the very short-run manga left off. Remember, it's only one volume. They gave it the Bubblegum Crisis treatment, like with Bubblegum Crash, where they took all the things you enjoyed about the 80s one and renditioned it into a 90s template. Due to this, I enjoyed this one slightly more. That's just, the 90s is just my thing. The only issue with it, and both shows share this, is that I'm not excited about the story being told. I'm definitely relying on all the accessory elements, being the action, the characters, and most definitely the setting. The moments where Liana and her partner ride around in the tank throughout the environment, especially that last episode with the music and everything, and the art and animation choice, I appreciated these more than the actual story. Liana tends to be more aggressive in this one, and she doesn't take no for an answer. She's very defiant of her higher ups and tends to just go for what she wants. If she wants to run down a certain criminal, she will. A lot of it comes from the fact that the main theme of the story is that they want to shut the tank police down because they feel it causes more damage to the city than good. But yeah, I just noticed Leona to be more brash and almost less feminine in the 90s Dominion. Dominion Tank Police is not an anime franchise I could call a classic, though it is highly regarded in the retro OVA fandom. But it definitely carries an appeal to a certain audience that would absolutely love it. It has the perfect combination where military comedy shows like Pat Labor meet in the middle with sci-fi and contemporary futurism. Matter of fact, Pat Labor is the first anime on the recommended list of similar series when you look up Dominion Tank Police on Mal. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you wouldn't be mad to invest the 4 or 5 hours between the two, especially if you love wacky policemen in tanks. Oh, and as far as the 2006 OVA S.W.A.T. Like the video, comment down below what y'all want to see next. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Anime back when.